name is Bary El-Yacoubi. We're based out of McLean in Northern Virginia. We specialize in in-home personal training. We do corporate wellness services. We go to apartment complexes and offer fitness services for them as well. We have about 8 to 10 trainers right now, and we're all over DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia, the DC metropolitan area.
How did you start out?
About my junior year, I was playing football, and my goal and my passion since day one was to play in the NFL. It was all about playing NFL, play football, do what I truly loved doing, which was playing football. Later on in college, I realized I wasn't going to go down that track, so I started preparing for another track that was just as fulfilling and just as passionate. And indirectly, what it is was, working out, exercising, living the healthy lifestyle. I started working out with teammates. And then indirectly, people would come up to me and ask me questions. Hey, Bary, how do you get bigger? How do you get stronger? How do you get faster? And indirectly, I started teaching people how to work out. And then after a while, I started training some of my close friends and even people down the hall. And that's when it clicked. Like, wow, I really enjoyed doing this. And not only that, people would talk about it. And that's when I made that decision. I'm going to become a personal trainer, but not only become a personal trainer, I'm going to be the best personal trainer that's out there.
So you sort of had a passion for one thing and were able to sort of translate it to something else. Is that the way it felt?
Yeah. The passion, the main reason I wanted to play in the NFL is because I wanted to be in a position to really motivate people. I always told myself I can't wait because once I become a big football star, I'm going to go to all the kids and everyone and kind of give them high fives and tell them, come on, you can do this. You're going to be a great winner, But I found an alternative way to still do that at the same time through personal training is to really go out there and to inspire people to be the best, live the healthiest lifestyle that they possibly can.
Here's a dream that a lot of people have. What if the thing that I really love doing in my spare time, in my pastime, if you will, is something that I could make money on?
Yeah.
So, that happened for you.
Yeah. When I start working, it wasn't a job. It's something that it came in my instinct. Me training someone is instinct. And that's what made me a great trainer.
Now it becomes your livelihood, and that could turn into something like it's your job.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, wow, now I got to go to work.
Yeah.
And it was something I used to love, but now I got to go do it.
Yes. I used to wake up around 4:30 in the morning, come home around 11:30 at night, and work all day. And of course, I started getting overwhelmed and tired. I was just like, wow, this is really getting to me. So the best thing I started to do is I start cutting back on my sessions, hiring more trainers to take over those sessions, and focusing more on the development and the business growth, so I can really steer the company where it needs to be. But absolutely. But at the same time, at the end of the day, yes, sometimes it feels like work, but at the same time, there's still that seed of love.
So you can only do that so many hours a day. So you bring in other people to do this. But you also have to translate the same culture, the same core principles that you have personally, because this is what this company is about. So when you look for other people, it's not just the physical attributes that they're able to do these things, but it's also those.
Absolutely.
What do you look for?
My goal is when we hire these trainers, we mentor these trainers. We teach these trainers how to become the best trainer out there. Give them the structure, give them the knowledge, tell them the little details, the little things that you can do that will make you an incredible trainer. And we assure ourselves that these trainers know this information and they deliver this information in the one-on-one session. So our philosophy is being spread out. If it's with me, if it's with another trainer, or with anyone else, you're still going to deliver and experience our philosophy in our work ethic.
I want to turn a little bit to your story growing up, and what kind of kid were you, and what was interesting to you, and did you have this sort of entrepreneurial spark even as a young boy?
Growing up was real tough for me. I never cared about school. I didn't get good grades. And actually, when I was in 10th grade, I couldn't read and write really. I was reading on a third grade level or lower. And that was a tough time for me. That was a really tough time. And I realized my dyslexia was so strong that every time I wrote, it was just, backwards. I couldn't read because my dyslexia was like, I would always look, rather than seeing, T-H-E, I always see T-E-H, or just the word the, scramble. So I have to really look at it real carefully. Okay, yeah, the. So the dyslexia, the learning disability really set me back. And I realized I didn't, my 10th grade year was the turning point where I realized I did not want to go down this point, because I realized I wanted to play in the NFL, and to play in the NFL, you have to go to high school, go to college, go to the NFL. And then I said, you know what, I'm going to graduate high school, I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to the NFL. And I started taking pride. The work ethic that I learned by playing sports and football, I implemented into my studies. I started caring about learning how to read, and then realizing that I'm not disadvantaged. I don't have a disability. If I can overcome this, I can overcome and do anything out there that's possible. And I truly believed it. I told myself, come on, Bary, you just go in there, you stay after school, you study a little bit longer, you read that book one more time, read it, before the quiz, study a little bit more. And I started to realize, what does it take to be successful? What does it take to really just step out and to rip out of my shell that I was in, and to tell myself, no more, I'm going to learn how to read, I'm going to learn how to write, I'm going to graduate. I had to pass an exam called the SOL, Standard of Learning. It's a Fairfax County public school, and my year was the first year that you have to graduate. You have to pass this exam to graduate. So I told myself, I have to pass this exam, and I failed it. I failed all of them. So I started studying for them, and I got better. By my senior year, I passed all of them, and I ended up graduating, and ended up going to college, graduating college, starting my own fitness company, and then working in it heavily, now being able to step back and to manage and focus on the growth of the development of the company. And I see myself from who I was then and who I am now, and I realized the best thing that happened to me was me having a learning disability. It's a gift. I am gifted with a learning disability. I am truly honored and gifted with this learning disability, and it's a miracle that I have it, and I'm so proud of it. I wouldn't trade it for anything, because it made me the person who I am today. It taught me the skills, how to be a true winner.
Your story needs to inspire kids that, it gets better.
Exactly. And you know what? I thought Bounce Fitness is going to be my pinnacle. Then I said, wait a minute. I went to my high school, and I talked to my teacher, got the kids with the learning disabilities together, and I talked to the class. And I talked to them. After I finished talking to them, they all came up to me, gave me hugs. They said, Bary, you changed my life today. And I was crying inside. I was just so emotionally touched. I was just so shocked, and I realized how much of an effect it had on these kids. And driving home that day, that's when I knew, you know what, I have an even greater calling that I thought that I didn't have. And that's what it is. And I was so limited. You know what, maybe Bounce Fitness is just what I'm going to do. Bounce Fitness is right here up top, but I have something even greater, is to go out there and help these kids, to inspire these kids, to motivate them.
Kauffman Foundation, I don't know if you've heard this, but we've done some research and found that dyslexia, there's a lot of CEOs of very entrepreneurial company who have some form of dyslexia. Could it be that people with dyslexia could be natural entrepreneurs?
I feel like if you're dyslexic, you have your own touch, you have your own flavor. It forces you to be much more creative and to kind of structure your thoughts and your vision, in a certain base, which someone else might look at it and be like, what is this? You're crazy. Like if you saw me writing, I will have words like the first sentence here, then this sentence word here, and this word here. You're like, oh, what is this? But maybe someone else will look at it and say, and this is how a lot of famous paintings are. These famous paintings are just, these people are just so unique, brilliant, that for one person will look at it and be like, this is crap. What is this? This is nothing. Another person will look at, wow, what a beautiful $1 million piece of art this is. It's different, it's unique, and that's why it's valuable.
Perfect. Nice job.
Yeah, I really
Very good.
appreciate it.